So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here, and finally welcome to MotoGP 19. This is on the PC, and in today's video we will be starting the career mode on this brand new game, MotoGP 19. This is going to be exciting. We've waited a year now for this brand new game from last year, so let's see if we can smash it. We're going to be heading into career mode, but first we'll have a quick look through the different modes. So if you go into Grand Prix mode, you'll be able to see that we got the Moto e-bikes now. So that is going to be pretty interesting, but we'll save that for another video. But for now, we're going to get into career mode, start a brand new career mode, and I'm going to have to get used to this new handling because I've had a quick play around with the handling, and it feels different, really different. So I'm going to have to get used to this, and I think the AI feel a lot more challenging than they did last year. So I'm gonna do a standard career mode, a pro career mode. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not be able to restart time sessions or race and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a standard career mode. Maybe we'll get into the pro career mode, but MotoGP 19 standard career mode offers you a challenge with freedom on competition, set race options, ride names, blah blah blah. So look at this. We get to start where we want. So do we start at MotoGP? Do we start at Moto2, Moto3, Red Bull rookies? Oh, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start in Moto3. Every year obviously we start down. It makes you start in the Red Bull rookies, but you know, I don't fancy Red Bull rookies. It's not my cup of tea. 7 stages, all European. And the thing is, we always end up getting into Moto3, and it's not a massive difference between the bikes. So Moto3 is where we're going to start. Who are we going to start with? Wait, I can't go back. I was going to say, I'm going to go back and check who you can start with in the MotoGP class, so we can start right at the top. So I wouldn't like it if you would be able to. That wouldn't be too good. So I'm going to go for the Petronas Sprinter Racing Team. I'm going to sign that contract because I don't want to go with one of the quicker bikes that we're allowed to be on. But so I want to go for one of the slower ones on the performance scale. And this is what one of them is. So start weekend. The calendar allows you to start the next weekend to see which future races await you. So this is going to be pretty interesting. They switched up the career mode screen a little bit. You can see we're in 30th place. Career progress. That's similar to last year's game. R&D. And season news. Okay, so I think what I need to try and do is customize our rider a little bit. So in here we can choose, we got our creations, but these are the new helmets we can use in career mode. So as you can see, there's quite a few, and of course there is the helmet editor, but looks like there's a few more brands in here that we can choose from. Shark helmet. I do like the shark helmet, so it would be good to get ourselves a shark helmet and then be able to get into the helmet editor. Oh my god, look at this. Okay. This could be interesting. So I'm going to leave the helmet editor for now. What I'll do for now, I'm just going to choose one of these stock standard helmets. Not sure which one I want to go with yet, but I do want to have a go at trying to do a shark helmet. I really like the shark helmet. It's like the fin on the back of it. I think that's really cool, but for now we'll just have to choose a pretty plain helmet, I think. So here we are, then you can see I've finished making our rider. So I ended up going for the shark helmet, and I just put a blue colour background on to match our livery and our leathers. So I just went with that. So we'll use that for now, and maybe we can download someone else's, someone who's a lot more creative than me, their design of a helmet. So anyway, let's see then. Let's finally get into a bit of racing. Been a little while since we've played some career mode, so you can see 30th in the leaderboard. So let's just head straight to Qatar for the first round of the Moto3. As you can see, I haven't seen these menus yet, but they look really nice. So I'm going to turn off free practice. Yeah, turn off free practice, and I'll just do qualifying, and the race for now, so that will do us nicely. So looking at pre-qualifying, I don't really know what this means, but let's just get straight into it. We're the only rider with a non-standard number, which is pretty cool. In the Moto3 classes, obviously in the lower classes they just have standard looking numbers, but when you get to MotoGP, you can get your own number. So anyway, the graphics, I have noticed an improvement in the graphics since MotoGP 18. The lighting's a lot better, there's a lot more detail with the shadows, that sort of thing. It's looking rather fine. So how do we fast forward a little bit? Oh, I see how it does. You select your speed and then you fast forward. Okay, so I just want some people to set some times first, really, and then we'll go out on track for a flying start. And I like the fact that we got actual BT Sport commentators. I can't remember the guy's name. My mind's gone blank. Can't quite remember who he is. What's his name? Oh, Jesus, I can't even remember his name. That's embarrassing. Anyway, we got official commentators. A bit like in the F1 games, you get the official commentator. So let's head out then. Moto 3, I've only ridden MotoGP bikes on this game so far, so I'm used to the bigger bikes, and I've noticed that you fold the front a lot easier on this game than you did in the last game. I used to just be able to just trail brake it all the time into the corners and just not be able to fold the front. But on this one, oh, watch out Perez. On this one, you go in heavy on the brakes, like that. Well, not quite like that. If you're going a lot heavier on the brakes and you lean too much, your front end can go tumbling down. So I found that happening a lot in our practice sessions. Well, in the races I did on the GP bikes, but this Moto3 bike, a lot lighter. We might not have issues. I don't even know what difficulty I'm playing on, to be honest. I think it might be 90% or something. So after this episode, we could probably whack it up to 100%. But it'll be interesting to see what the new AI are like. Going in a bit hot into turn 6. We are Onku up ahead. We should clear him nice and easily. We're not on the fastest on Moto3 bikes at all. I think we're on one of the slowest, to be honest, but we look absolutely huge compared to this bike. It's an absolutely tiny bike. I really didn't fancy doing the Red Bull Rookies to start with. We've done that on every other game, start Red Bull Rookies, but this year you get to choose where you start, so because they gave us that option, I went for Moto3. Because we're 0.8 of a second under Mino's time. Mino's time. I doubt that's the fastest we'll see all session, but we might be able to break that time quite easily. But will it be enough to get us through to Q2? So our first qualifying lap is about to come to an end. We're tucked in our slipstream. What? 2:16, 1.9 seconds quicker than anyone else in this session. You know what? I'm feeling confident with that lap. I don't want to carry on. I'm going to end the session here. That should get us through nicely. Look at that. 1.8 seconds quicker. Just what we needed. So that's comfortably through into Q2. So I think I might have to up the difficulty. Wait, did we even make it through? Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we did make it into Q2. I was trying to understand how that little leaderboard thing worked, but anyway. Live session. So let's speed fast forward. Get it on times 30. Times 30, there we go. Skip through this session a little bit. A 2:16 was our time. They're already into the low 2:17s. So halfway through the lap, we're half a second underneath of current pole position man Bufa Moss. Is that how you say his name? I don't really know, but we're half a second under his time. Definitely going to up the difficulty for the next one. But this race, we're going to be on this difficulty, and we'll probably find we might have the same issue as MotoGP 18, where qualifying everyone was really slow, and in the race they were a lot quicker. So we'll see when we get into our first race weekend. Oh, we almost clipped the back of that guy as we're trying to come to the line. And I think we're massively underneath pole position, man, at the minute. We're going to be at 2:15.8, 1.5 seconds underneath. That is definitely going to be us on pole position. We need to up the difficulty if we can. So let's end this session for now. There we go. Pole position. Nice job there in our first race on MotoGP 19. Well, it's not even the race, it's qualifying. Right, so there is a tyre wear situation going on, which I didn't realise was a thing. Tyre wear. I don't even know how long the race is. I haven't checked. Oh no, this race could be really short or it could be really long. Let's see. We're on pole position. Fresh tyres. Softs. That's a risk. Tyre wear's on. Okay then, let's go. Lift the clutch and we're off to an okay start. And it's a 9-lap race. 9 laps. Well, we're in for a treat. This is going to be the longest race of the season. 9 laps. At 2-minute lap times. We're going to be sat here for 20 minutes around Qatar. And I'm on soft tyres. Right, okay. So going forward, we won't be doing 9-lap races. We'll be doing probably 5-lap races. But we're in for a treat. Extra long Grand Prix for the first one. We're going to have to look after the tyres. I need to turn the traction control off. I want the rear to start stepping out a little bit on us. I don't even know where the tyre indicator is, but we're going to have to keep an eye on it. I think it's those 2 red bars in the middle, on the bottom right. But as predicted, the AI are a lot quicker during the race compared to qualifying. So we're in for a treat. Opening race of the season. We took pole position. And now we're up for a 9-lap race. We're on soft tyres. Tyre wear's definitely on for us, and I don't know if tyre wear is on for the AI. But I can already feel like that the tyres, especially the rear, is going to go on us. We're going to have to really try and look after this rear tyre. I hope that AI do suffer from tyre wear, or else they got a little bit of an unfair advantage. But look at the run we're getting through here, finding our way up into P3 already on the brakes. But there we go, the smart AI coming underneath us. Fanati, he's back through, and so is Canet. Wow. But I'd say we're doing pretty well for our bike, considering we're on one of the slower Moto3 bikes on the field. We're fighting up for 3rd place really at the minute. Final step of the podium, but the front 2 are going to get away from us if we're not careful. Come on, into the final corner. It's a tough old final corner, but look at the run we got. We clipped the back of Canet. That's cost us time. Fanati's got a little wiggle on. What is he doing? He's got a little wiggle on. We zoom past him up into P3. Next up, 2nd place, Buthamos. Oh no, he's leading. He's got fastest up of the race, 1:22, and we're being pushed by Fanati, and Canet comes underneath of us. What is he doing? We're getting back though. We were quite lucky, I guess, in that respect. Can we hunt down the front 2? Can we hunt them down? Can we catch them? And can we overtake them? Can we take the win in our first race as well? That'd be pretty good. 0.6 is the gap. I'm loving the new hood. You can see your sector splits in the top right. Up with your lap time and your position makes a whole load of sense being up there in the same corner. And then your laps in the top left. The map seems a little bit smaller, which is kind of good. And then obviously this new little speedometer thing in the bottom right. Those red bars must be the tyres, because my rear looks like it's going off a little bit quicker than the front, which is what you'd expect really from me, I guess. Heavy on the throttle. You know what? This bike's working. This bike's working round here. We're going to fight our way up through the Moto3 grid. I wonder if we can take the championship. The AI's doing a little bit slow through turn 11. We're going to be stuck on the outside for the next corner. We're up on the outside. He comes back through Buthamos. Whoa! Did you see that curb? Almost taking us out there. I'm going to flick down the traction control. I want to try and slowly get used to no traction control again. We used to do it, but in recent, especially on this game, struggling with the traction. So turn 11 is probably our best opportunity to get a good exit out of 11. And that's a real good opportunity for us. Anyway, coming to the end of only lap number 2. It's a long lap time and we've got another 7 laps to go. So you guys are in for a treat. Extra long race for the opening Grand Prix, but we're already challenging for the win here in our first Moto 3 race. So carrying on the momentum from MotoGP 18, plenty of seasons under our belt, veteran of the MotoGP games, so we can hop straight into Moto 3 and try and challenge for the title. That's going to have to be the aim, isn't it? Third place has dropped off the back of us. So it's just me and Booth and Moss going for the win. I seem to have the advantage through the first half of the lap. Look at him getting a little bit of a wiggle on. I try and think about it up the inside, but it's just not going to work out for us there. We could be pretty comfortable for the end of this race. Just trying to hunt him down. We could probably sit behind him for ages, looking after these tyres rather than trying to push and go on the attack. Got to go run it into 11. He's squeezing us up the inside. Had to give it a little bit of a lift there, but we're through into first place. But he's straight back at us at turn 12. So although he's slow around 11, he's quick at 12. And then he tucks in for these long right-handers to end off the lap. So we've got plenty of laps left in this race to try and challenge for the win. But that means more laps to try and manage these tyres. So we'll probably just tuck in for a bit. Just look after the tyres, treat them well, and they'll treat me well at the end of this race, and we can hopefully go on the attack. Here we go, onto the straight. We've got a bit of a run. He got a wiggle on down the main straight. We've tucked out the slipstream, going neck and neck. Oh, we can just float in front of him gradually, but he comes back at us. Who's latest on the brakes? He is into turn number 1. What is going on with the controller? Messed the braking zone into turn 1. Look, my controller's going a little bit weird then. But like I say, plenty of time to look after these tyres, nurture them to the end of this Grand Prix. Here we go, and intentionally going up the inside at 7. Didn't mean to do that. We ran a bit deep as we tried to get underneath of him, and he comes straight back at us. I was just trying to tuck in behind him and look after the tyres, but we were just naturally quicker through that sector than the rear end on us then. Whoa, didn't want to hold on, did it then? So a little bit off into turn 10, but here we go, around turn 11. I don't know why the AI just seems so slow around there. Ooh, give us room, mate, give us room. But into turn 12, he's an absolute beast. I'm going to have to try and brake a little bit later, but he's still back through. He just takes a completely different line, and he's able to take the bike out wide. That bike must be a little bit better handling. Or maybe he's just got the line perfect, and I need to start taking his line. Right, trying to look after the rear then. Taking a look. We're getting down to about half tyre life left, and we're only halfway through this race, so about on track. But you don't want to be struggling with the rear come the final lap, or you will lose a lot of time, and that will cost us, and that will be sad because we've been right at the front this whole race. Come on to lap number 5, then we've got lap number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5 laps to go. Second place, 0.3 of a second off of the leader. I think we've got a good chance of getting the win. We're at least hopefully going to get a podium, bearing in mind that we need the tyres to last, but let's just sit in behind the leader for now and nurture these tyres. We've gone a little bit deep into 6, and there we go. The front just folds underneath of us, and that has cost us. Have we got a replay of that? Oh, I didn't want to see a replay of the whole race so far. I know, if I use the... which is the rewind button? There we go. Take a replay of that. This is the only way I can figure out to take a replay. But it just seemed to fold under us. It went in too hot. Yep. Went in too hot, and I was trying to hold on to the brakes as much as possible. hopefully we can catch back up. This is going to use a lot of tyres, but I felt like I had a lot of pace. I doubt we'll be able to get the win now. That mistake. See, without much experience on this game, we're going to make mistakes like that until we get a few more races under our belt. We need to understand how these Moto3 bikes sort of handle. I was getting a little bit cocky on the brakes. Swoop round at turn 11. Turn 11, they're just so slow, but like I say, you got to watch out into turn 12, so I'm going to brake as late as possible, but I don't want to get too cocky on the brakes because we saw what happened. We've got a race on our hand now. I want to get back in second place, but there's a massive gap up to the leader. I'm going to have to pull the pin and use a bit of these tyres, I think. I don't really want to, because I was feeling pretty confident come the end of the race. Well, we won't make that mistake again, I guess. Right, final corner time to end off lap number 5. 4 laps to go then. 4 laps to go. And we've got a bit of ground to make up. So hold on tight. We've got a bit of a challenge coming on. Oh, we're hot into 1. And again, just trying not to fold the front underneath of us. God, that's scary. Scary stuff. Here we go, we're going to go run through turn 3. Maybe we can challenge Dalla Porta into 4. No, let him go. That Leopard bike's pretty quick. Look at our rear tyre. About to go under 50%. Just got to manage that tyre. It doesn't feel like it's wearing, which is good. I'm not struggling with the rear just yet, but you can hear the traction control kicking in a little. Although I've only got it on 2. You can feel it kicking in, and that little spin up there, the rear is just a little sign that the tyres starting to go stuck on the outside there, and the front's starting to feel a little bit, how could we describe this? A little bit wishy-washy. It's coming up to about 50% wear, but the rear is our main concern. Your front, you're okay, I think. I don't think we're taking too much damage from when the front folded underneath of us, but on the curb there, the rear tyre slip, and every little slip and extra little movement from the rear tyre, that's just gonna kick a big bit of life out of the tyre. Not what we need, is it? Oh, we're pushing now. We can get a good run out the final corner. It might be to get him down into turn number 1. It's a very long straight. It's a very long lap, really. Especially on a Moto3 bike. Good run out of the final corner, and now onto the back of Garcia. Come on. I don't know why the AI are getting a little bit wobbly down this straight. I've tucked back in the slipstream. Come on. Oh, fastest lap of the race. We're really using up our tyres now, and you can tell. Look at the tyre life. Tip it into 1, and how has he gone into a turn 1? He's gone deep. We went deeper though. We cut back early and we're back through into P2. Can we hunt down the leader? Oh no, we can't. We've got to watch out for Masia here, or Messiah, whatever his name is. He comes barging through on us there. Bloody hell. What is he doing? 2 laps to go after this lap. So if we're going to catch up... What? You could tell this AI are new. You would have never expected that on the previous game. Garcia just goes for it. Oh, this is where we folded the front under before, and that's where I went deep again. Got to watch out for that corner. Got to look after these tyres are starting to go, especially the rear. Look at that. I don't think we're going to be able to catch up to the leader. 3.6 seconds to Bufamos. Might have to settle for second place. That mistake's really cost us. That mistake a few laps ago. But we'll see. Turn 11 will go through here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens at the end of this lap. So I did say I promised we'd check in at the end of this lap, and we've actually had a smashing last sector. 3.6 seconds was the gap about halfway through this lap. What is it now as we end the lap? Is it going to be another fastest lap of the race? I'm trying to use up the rest of our tyres now in a desperate attempt to catch up to the leader. 215 flat. I think we've gone faster. I think we've broken into the 14s already. But here we go, coming to turn number 1. Very, very, very aggressive on the brakes. Starting to get confident on this bike, but I'm not feeling confident about the tyres, I'll tell you that. We've got this lap and the next lap to go. There's a 9-lap race, a very long race for a Moto3 career mode race. I'll probably stick it down to 5 laps for the rest of the season, but let me know if you like these longer races for now. Maybe I'll do some longer races come MotoGP or even Moto2, but for now in Moto3 I just want to crack on with Moto3, see if we can take the championship in our opening season, something we haven't ever done on a MotoGP game, so we need to challenge ourselves. And if we're going to do that, we need to get off to a good start here. We should be well on the back of him come the start finish straight, and maybe we can pull away on the final lap. But here we go then, the last few corners of the penultimate lap. What can we do? Boofer Moss, we're coming for you. I'm probably saying his name completely wrong, but oh well. Final corner. Oh, little vibration from the front. Had to lift off the brake. I thought it was going to come. I thought we were going to go flying down at the final corner as we start the final lap. But anyway, final lap time then. It's all down to this. It's now or never to take our opening win in the opening race. That'd be amazing. Fastest lap of the race that time out. The tyres are losing life with each lap, but we're finding more confidence and more momentum to try and set an even faster lap than the previous one. So here we go then. Into turn 2, I can feel the front is starting to not grip as much as I'd like, but the rear's okay because there isn't a lot of power in these bikes, but if I was on a big GP bike we'd be suffering right now, so we're lucky in that respect. But can we get underneath of the leader into turn 4? We can't do anything into turn 4. What about into 5? No, we need to get back onto the back of him. It's going to be a turn 11 job, but we're going to have to completely commit into turn 12. Can we do anything into 6? Oh, we clipped the back of him there. Give him a little nudge. Let him know we're there. Here we go. Up the inside into the next corner. Into 7. Hold the apex. Right, we're through. Ooh, a little clip of the curb. You can see our bike's taking a beat in here. Oh, the rear into 9. As soon as you lift off the accelerator, slam on the brakes and shift your body weight, the rear's just like, nope. Starts to slide around. Come on. Through 11, but we're going to have to watch out into 12. But we've got a massive gap this time out, so we should be okay. Unless he does an absolute stormer on the brakes. But look at the rear there into 12. This rear end is not being kind to me right now. To be honest, it doesn't help if I'm going over the curves, but we're starting to pull away, edging that gap closer to a second. Out a little bit wide. That's the hardest I've pushed through there all race, and you can tell because I made a little mistake running out wide. Come on, into 15. I can hear him all over the back of us. He was quick through there into the final corner. Can we take the win in our first race or not? If I run out that wide, Jesus, come on, pull it back down. Watch out, he's going to be in our slipstream, but I think we should be okay. Run to the line. Can we take the win in our first race in the Moto3 season? Yes, we can. I think we got it. Nice, that's a very long line. Run to the line. It was getting me a little bit nervous, but there we go. Job done. Look at that. Definitely need to up the difficulty and shorten the races. But there we go. A lovely start to this season. 30 riders and we came out on top. Pole position converted to the win in our opening career mode race. What a result for us. At the top of the championship, I will take that. I'm definitely going to sort out the difficulty and stuff, so we might not get another result like this for a little while, but we'll enjoy it while it lasts. But there we go. Celebrating. Lovely stuff. So here we go, career progression. You got all these sort of objectives and stuff like that, so just collecting as much points as possible. So before we head anywhere, I need to check the race options. 80% difficulty, not even 90%. Up it to 95%. Go for 3 laps. Tyre wear on, manual start, management, turn off. Don't really like that. Penalties tolerant, fine. Yep. So there we go. This is what we're going to do for the next race out at Argentina. So we'll do that in this episode actually. But before we do that, we'll take a look at the other championship. Lutti leading Moto2 and leading MotoGP Dovizioso. So there we go. That's an interesting one. Right, let's get into the Moto3 then. Have we got any R&D? Got no development points. How do you get development points? You must have to do the practice session, I guess. So, let's get into the Argentine Grand Prix. Okay then, so here we go. Opening qualifying lap of Argentina. What's it going to be like? We've upped the difficulty now, up to 95%. That should see us nicely. And then a couple of races time, we can up it to 100% and then just take it from there. But we've skipped to 8 minutes into the session and no one's set a lap time. Very strange. Anyway, we need to crack on with this lap. So let's see then. We've got a few people out on track now. Lots of people coming out the pits just as I start my lap. Just what we need, but they don't get in the way, so that's okay. And I'm on the grass. That's not going to help us out. Probably way too early into there, but we're learning this track on a Moto 3 bike. It's been a while since we've done Moto 3 around this track, so please do forgive any mistakes. Like I turned it a little bit early there, could have braked it a little bit later as well. But anyway, we're only going to have 3 laps in the race, so we're going to have to do it all in qualifying really. Get as high up the starting grid as possible and then just go for it in the race. So let's see then what this lap time is going to look like. We're all over the back of Cornfile. We're just going to squeeze past him. Don't mind me, Cornfile. Come on then, let's wrap up this lap, see if it's enough to get us straight into Q2. That would be good if it was. Coming around to end the lap, 56.1. Is it enough? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it, end the session. Is it enough? Are we on top? Second place. That's us through though. We only need to get into 4th. So that's good for us. Straight into Q2. So, here we go then. Q2, we've saved it right to 3 minutes. And I can't see that anyone's at a lap time again. What is it with them leaving it so late? They're going for 1 lap right at the end of the session. So, let's see if we've got enough pace then to get on pole position. Our opening lap got a 2nd in Q1. So, we're right up there. Can we get right up there in Q2? That is the question. So, let's see how we get on. So, Fanati's being nice and giving us a slipstream down this straight. We're going to just cut in front of him. He's going to get a slipstream off of us. So, we're just going to slingshot past each other on this straight. But, anyway, this lap should be good. I'm feeling confident. So, let's just see what this lap time's like. Oh, no, we've headed well deep into 5 there. We'll get away with it. Don't run out too wide, so I'll take that. We're still ahead of Fanati, so it must have been quick. Here we go then, coming into the final lap. See what we can do in the final corner. What's our lap time going to be? It's going to put us on pole position, but is it going to last? So we'll find out in a second. End the session here. Wow, we took pole position again. We upped the difficulty and we're still 0.8 of a second quicker, but it's all gonna change in the race. I can tell you that it's all gonna change in the race. And one thing I've noticed about this game, it loads a lot quicker between sessions, so that's good. But here we go, race time then, 3 laps out at Argentina. I'm gonna have to switch up these tyres because look at that, 43% on the rear. Manual setup, change tyres, fresh soft, and I'm gonna go for a medium on the rear. It's only 3 laps, but it means that they accelerate the tyre wear, so we're going to have to watch out for that. I think the soft tyre will catch us out here at Argentina. Everyone you can see, medium, medium, soft, medium, 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 hard, medium, hard. So lots of variations from the AI, which is nice to see, but here we go then. Let's see. 3 laps ahead of us at Argentina, a short track, not like Qatar, and we've only got 3 laps rather than 9, so here we go then. Turn the traction control down a little bit for us. And look at that. He gets a right old start. Who is that? Is that? Oh, it's Antonelli. And we're getting stormed up our inside. In turn number 1, someone clicks our rear. Is that Fanati? We've dropped down to P8 already. I told you come the race, everyone will be on different pace. Oh, it's getting tight. Oh, God, you can tell it's a Moto 3 race coming down into turn 2. We're going to have to be aggressive. Oh, we're getting boxed in here, coming onto this straight. They're going about 4 or 5 wide there. Canet gets a little bit out wide. I'm going to tuck into the slipstream with this guy in green. I don't know who it is, but we're getting a rather good slipstream from it. It's Brad Binder. Is it Brad Binder? Or is it another Binder? Anyway, we're going to get past Binder, hopefully on the brakes. Oh, we're a little bit early on the brakes. And who's that behind us? How can they brake that late? I braked early and still almost went wide, but I cut it back. Look at that. Back into P5 just about, yeah, around the outside of Canet. Hold it around 6. Launch out of here. Brake under the Michelin board. Ooh, the rear. Ooh, that change of direction. Who's that up our inside? It's Canet. Give us a break, man. We just out wrestle him a little bit. Hold it around the outside. I'll take that. I will take that. Good run into 9. Oh, I love that corner. We were good at it on MotoGP 18, and we still got it on 19. Up into P4 then. Pushing. We can really lean on the rear as well because I've got a medium in, so that's going to help us out. And look up into P3 come the end of this lap. Can we get underneath Della Porta? We're going to try and line it up, but who's that underneath of us? Jesus, they're coming straight back at us. I'm loving this new AI. Tell you what, they are good. Whoa! Garcia with the fastest lap of the race, and he's leading. I'm going to up the difficulty for the next episode as well, up to 100% for the next one, I think. Good run, round turn number 1. Sticking it with 1. Ooh. Binder's back up our inside. We're getting into a rather good little battle here with the AI. We're really into the thick of it at the front end straight away in the Moto 3, so we're on the pace. We are on the pace, and I wonder where the transfer windows are. Like on MotoGP 18, you had 3 opportunities to switch team in the middle of a season. Are we going to be able to do that on this game as well? I don't know. I don't know what the seasons are like. But anyway, late on the brakes into turn 5. Tuck it in, come on. Back under us, Binder. Binder doesn't want us to have 4th, does he? He doesn't want to give us an opportunity to try and hunt down the podiums and runners, but we're coming out of turn 6. This little sector here is where we're good. We get a really good run. Got to cover off Canet. Whoa! What? Darren Binder. Why did I just call him Canet? Jesus Christ. He literally went flying under us. So this new AI, right? If they're going up the inside, they're obviously going up the inside. They think, fuck it, we're going up the inside. Look at this. Right above our head. What is he doing? What a way to start MotoGP 19. Wow, that was crazy. Craziest moment of the game. Let me know what you thought of that little moment there in the comments. Let me know if you saw it. Anyway, that's Darren Binder we don't have to worry about anymore. So we're going to be comfortably in 4th place. But Buffa Moss, who is leading at Qatar for a lot of the race, he's behind us, so he's struggling in P5, considering he almost won the last race. I suppose you could say we are struggling as well, because since we won the last race. Holding on to 3rd if we can. Stick it under Della Porta. Garcia 54.7. We're half a second off of Garcia's time, so we've got a little bit of time to find, and the Leopard Racing man just sweeps across in front of us. Doesn't want us to have any space. Della Porta, what are you doing, mate? Doesn't want to give us a chance, so we're on the final lap then. It's going to be a tight one to the end of this race. Ooh! What are you doing? It's getting all a bit aggressive now as we're on the final lap. Took in the slipstream of the Leopard man. Look at that, look at the run we got out of there with the slipstream. But then as you took out the slipstream, you lose that momentum, and now he's going to start picking up the momentum. Della Porta, oh, he backed out of it. Right then, expect someone to go flying up your inside. Yep, there he goes, Della Porta. He runs a little bit deep. But that outside line works. But I just out-wrestled him a little bit there. Give him a little nudge. Right, the leader, he's clearing off. But if we get 2nd place, that should leave us on top in the championship still. Della Porta doesn't want to give up as he comes hot on the brakes into 7. 1.7 seconds is the gap to Garcia. We're not going to be able to close that down anytime soon, as it is the end of the lap and the end of the race as well. Around the final corner, no one to challenge us, no one to come flying up our inside or come flying over the top of us, so 2nd place in our second race. I'll take that. We've had a fantastic start to this MotoGP 19 career mode. A win and a second place. Not the fastest lap this time out. Sergio Garcia much quicker than us today, but we're still on top, 9 points ahead of Sergio Garcia, who rises up to second place. So good result for him. We're leading the championship. And I did not expect to be saying that after our first episode. First time I played this game, I thought I was really going to struggle, but you get used to it. Just when you start playing this game, go and do a few races, do some time trial laps, and just get used to the new handling, and it feels good. So that's going to do it for today's episode, the opening episode of the career mode. There will be another one, and I'm just going to do back-to-back career mode for a little while, and we'll get into some of the historic events as well as some online. So for now, I hope you did enjoy. If you're new to the channel, smash the like button, and do not forget to subscribe for more MotoGP 19 content. So I'll see you in the next one.